show you how to use the 1314, which is in the Gracey series. It's an instrument that's used for the posterior distal surfaces. Again, the same principles apply. That terminal shank parallel to the long axis of the tooth to see if you have the right working end. And let's check it. Okay. That looks pretty good to me, but let me check the other side. And if it crosses over, you know that's not right. Okay? And a lot of times you can make it right, but in order to make it right, that handle would have to be pulled all the way back going up his eyeball, and that wouldn't work. So this one would be, the first one was the correct one. Okay, you see that it's parallel on the distal the way the tooth grows. So I'm inserting at the distal, okay, and I'm walking it back into the distal area all the way back into the caul, and then I'm just going to kind of walk it up the tooth and get back into that caul and walk it, mini walking it all the way back into the caul area up the tooth. And that feels pretty smooth to me. I went in there and I used the Cavitron first and the Universal, and it feels his root surface. I'm almost actually kind of exploring with this instrument as well, and it feels pretty good to me back there. A little bit of hemorrhaging. So we're going to go over home care interproximally with him. Okay, now we're going to work over to I'm going to show you on this premolar again. This is a quick, easy, it's not as long surface area that you're doing, but you insert again at 0 degrees at the distal line angle. You walk it back into the distal caul area, and then you kind of just smooth everything up. And usually there's a lot of calculus in the distal. There's a little bit back in here, and I'm smoothing it up. You start with the shorter strokes, and then as everything gets smooth, the strokes should become longer. So it's like a planing stroke once you get the deposit off. And sometimes I'll have to go back several times, and you can see maybe a little calculus is mixed in with that hemorrhage. So a little bit came off that area. Again, that calculus is a nidus for plaque biofilm, so you want to get that hard stuff off and then teach the patient to really get in there real well. And you can see these little pieces of calculus that came off in that area. Okay, so that concludes the 1314 Gracey.